Welcome back. Again, my name is Matthew Sky Osborne, for those of you who don't know me. And I'm continuing my Be Humane series, and I'm committed to this. And I'll be doing this for quite a while until I don't feel it's no longer necessary, which will probably be never. Because there's always room to grow, and there's always things that people don't know and need to learn. And I'm still learning things, and I don't have all the answers, but I still have to, I feel I have to attempt to put something out there in the world to help my fellow human and help my planet. So this video, just jump right into it, is I want to talk about our differences as far as just generally speaking, what is it about our differences that scares each other? Or what is it about our differences that makes us fearful of each other, not trust each other, not be humane to each other? You know, is it a lack of information, or is it ignorance, or is it maybe something happened to you in your life that causes you not to trust people? That, I believe, there's justification for that. If something happened to you in your life, something bad or traumatic, that causes you to, generally speaking, not be trusting of people, and makes you hold back to protect yourself, I can understand that. That makes sense. What I can't understand and what I cannot accept is ignorance, stereotypes, fear, not educating yourself. Okay? That comes to black and white people, to Muslims, which is a religion, by the way. It's not a race of people. Syrians, Hispanic people, Mexicans, gay. What is it about our differences that causes us to be, dismissive rather than, inclusive, and want to learn and educate yourself about other people? That's what I want to talk about and expose in your daily life. And maybe it's something you're doing and you don't even know you're doing it. Maybe it's a comfort zone for you and you don't like venturing out of that, and I can understand that. But just know, in doing that, you're not helping move what's dividing us forward. You're just prolonging an inevitable problem that you're going to have to face at some point in time in your life, whether you want to or not, because the world's a big place and you're going to run into people that you're not comfortable with and you have to deal with, whether it's in your daily life, going to work, going to the store, hanging out with your friends. Maybe your brother or sister marries somebody from a different race or culture, or whatever it is. You're bound to run into it sooner or later. You can't protect yourself and hide from it. So, I don't think this is a complicated topic. It seems so simple to me, it almost seems stupid, ridiculous, absurd, when you really think about it. At the end of the day, we are more alike than we are different. And I do understand that there are people in this world who would separate us and have us be, broken up into our groups and segments for their own personal gain. I understand that. But there's more of us than there are of people in power who would seek to do things like that. So, like I said, we're more alike than we are different. If you really look at it, it's not rocket science. Just on a pure basic level, I have more in common with you than I don't have in common with you. Okay, I have more in common with you than I don't have in common with you. We both, on a basic level, 2 eyes, nose, mouth, ears, hair, fingers. neck, legs, hair. I think I've already said that. Brain, cells, bones. Okay, we're all human. Okay, we're human beings. On a higher level, I'm sure that we all want very similar things. We want to be able to live, be free, enjoy life. We want to be able to take care of ourselves, take care of our loved ones, provide for our elderly people, retire, live a good life, enjoy life. I can't say that who doesn't want that, okay? Now, where we get in trouble in, I think, in everyday life today is where you bring in just the one or two things that breaks us up. Christian, Muslim, black, white, gay, straight, you know, different rich people, poor people. They're not worth what this person is worth. That seems so crazy to me and so absurd. I can't even believe I'm talking about it. I know I'm being repetitive here, but if I'm a Muslim and you're a Christian, we both are worshiping our God in our way. Now, as long as I'm not hurting you and you're not hurting me, what does it matter? What does it matter if you're right and I'm wrong, or if I'm wrong and you're right? What does it matter? What does it matter how I live my life? How I live my life? How does that hurt you or affect you? I unfortunately run into this with a lot of Christians. If I don't believe how you believe, why are you being mean to me, or why are you judging me? Why can't you just say, hey, that's how you believe, this is how I believe, we can still be cordial and be friendly? I pride myself on being able to communicate and relate to people that you would think I have nothing in common with. I am proud of that. And I go out of my way, actually, to talk to people and listen to people who I otherwise wouldn't, because I want to know. I want more information. I find my life is richer when I bring in more information and I observe more and I talk to more people. People have said to me, Matt, you seem so diverse, you seem so open-minded or free or whatever it is, and how'd you get like that? I'm like, I'm not doing anything special. All I'm doing is talking to people and listening. I'm not trying to educate people. I'm listening. If I'm ever trying to educate somebody, I'm educating them about my life, how I live and what I do. Other than that, I'm not trying to educate you on things I know nothing about. I can only talk about, honestly, what I know and what people have told me, and share that information with you, and you do what you want with it. I don't dismiss anybody for whatever their beliefs are. And I can take that as far as, I had a guy come to me in Walmart once and was talking to me about some religion that I didn't agree with, and it sounded a bit cultish. And I heard the guy out, and the guy talked to me about it and shared information. I listened. I knew I didn't agree with it. And at the end of the conversation, I was like, you know what? I looked at it. I listened to you. And I don't think it's for me. And I've actually run into this guy several times. And every time we see each other, I say hello. I'm respectful to him. And he's respectful to me. And I think that's incredible, because I've seen people be rude and mean to this guy because he's preaching something they don't like or agree with, or they think he's going to hell, or whatever it is they think. I'm like, no. Let him do him. You do you. Still be kind and respectful to each other. And however you believe in your religion, or whatever it is you believe, if you're a religious person, I would say more than anything, I believe God, if you will, would want you to be humane to your fellow humans. Don't hurt them. Don't try to take anything away from them. Don't judge them. It sounds ridiculous because you hear it all the time, but do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And I'm willing to bet, I am willing to bet, if something bad happened, if I was out in public, let's say there was an earthquake or something, and I ran into that guy, and he saw me in danger, I'm willing to bet he would, if he had the option, would try to help me. Rather than be like, oh no, that was the guy that was mean to me. And I'm not saying, be humane to people so they'll be good to you. I'm saying it's the right thing to do. But it benefits everybody. That way there's an open dialogue and you can communicate with people rather than fighting and arguing with people. And I'm going to get into that even later, I think, and later on in the series. I think I have a whole thing about just being able to disagree with people. So on a personal level, just some of my experiences. And this is the cliche thing, but it happens. Like being out somewhere and around like a white woman, and she, we're in an elevator or we're in a stairwell or whatever, and she grabs her purse or clutches her purse. Now, is that because something happened to her in her life? Maybe she was mugged at some point. I don't know. Maybe she believes a stereotype that she saw on TV. Maybe she thinks all black people are bad. Maybe she's heard rumors and stereotypes that aren't based in any reality. I don't know. Being followed at stores, being at, festivals. Like I was at a Renaissance festival not too long ago with some family, and I would say I was probably one of the only, if not few, black people that were there. And you have people look at you weird and give you strange looks, and didn't really have anybody be mean to me, but had people, you could tell that the wheels were turning and that there was something happening. And I'm like, why does something need to happen? Why can't I just be a person at your event? Why does it have to be anything more than that? I'm not doing anything to hurt you. I'm not doing anything to I'm not trying to take anything away from you. I'm there enjoying the event. And if I want to buy something, I would pay cash for it or my credit card. Okay. I don't want to put this person on the spot, but I remember I was out with a African American friend of mine, and we were traveling, and we stopped at an IHOP. I think it was like somewhere in Kentucky. Okay, and my friend's a pretty tall guy, dark skinned, would look like what you might consider to be a stereotypical black person, and he dresses that way because that's just how he likes to dress. Okay. And we went to the IHOP, and, I am how I am. I speak very clearly, and you look at me, and I think you get a sense of who you think I might be, which I think is funny in its own respect. And so, he walked up to the counter after I placed my order, or we were paying or whatever. And I remember seeing the girls behind the counter who were Caucasian draw back as he came to the counter. And I saw some, fear on their faces. And he saw it too. And so what he did was like, when he went to pay, they looked at him and he handed the receipt. And he was like, "Oh, hello, how are you doing today?" And their whole demeanor changed because, first of all, he started talking how they didn't expect him to. I don't know what they thought he was going to do or say, but they were shocked and they lightened up because they probably saw something that they thought or saw something on TV and or heard something from a friend. I don't know what, but they thought something that wasn't true based on some make believe stereotype. And this, my friend, is a great, respectable, normal guy. So get rid of the stereotypes. Stop judging people. Talk to people. Communicate. Don't educate. I've already had that video, but it's so relevant. It makes so much sense. And expand in your life as far as going out and talking to people and not judging people. Okay? It makes no sense to me to waste your time, dismissing people when your life can be so much more enriched and it can be better by reaching out to people and including people in your life. You're going to learn a lot more. You're going to probably experience things that you thought you would never experience, other cultures, lifestyles, information. And our diversity is our strength, I think. This place is so diverse. The United States, it's insane. And all this, Donald Trump, nonsense that's been going on, and I hate I even said his name, is ridiculous as far as building walls and dividing people based on our differences. That's insane. And nobody benefits from that other than nobody benefits from that. I can't even really think of anybody that does, because that hurts the economy. You're going to get rid of jobs. You're going to have to fill jobs that otherwise would be filled. You're going to create all kind of problems. So it makes no sense. It just makes no sense to divide people based on their differences. Okay? Form your own opinion. Don't believe what the media tells you. Don't believe what other people tell you. Find out for yourself. Do your own investigating. Do your own exploring, okay? And don't listen to what other people say and tell you about other people. Find out for yourself. I'm willing to bet you will be surprised. Of course, there's going to be a bad apple here and there, but I'm willing to bet you will be surprised. Don't be a sheep. Don't go along with the flock. Find out for yourself. And I'm guaranteed, again, you will be surprised that you will find out you have more in common with people from other cultures and races than you thought.